What is going on, guys? It is Venturelight here, and today I'm back with another video. And yes, I'm back with another video. I haven't posted in years, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about football. We're here to talk about the beautiful game. And I'm going to be starting a new series in my channel, and I don't really know the name for it yet, but basically I'm just going to be making a team in FIFA 20, but relax, I'm not going to be playing FIFA 20. I'm just going to be putting players in that team that revolve around the theme, and each week I'm gonna have like a different theme or whatever. But this week I'm gonna be doing What Happened FC, so it's basically just gonna be a bunch of players that we don't know what happens to their careers, or we just want to talk about what really happened in their careers. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so let's just get straight into it. I mean, trust me, this series is going to be very self-explanatory and very easy to understand. First member of the team is going to be a goalie, and he is going to be going by the name Raul Gudino. The reason why I'm putting him on this list is because I'm going to talk about him a little bit. So he was actually a Mexican prospect, and he was actually scouted by Porto and was placed in Porto B very swiftly right after he was playing a couple games with the Mexico under-17. And he was actually being mentored by one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time, Iker Casillas. And Iker Casillas had a really good feeling about him. He said that he is going to be the next Porto goalie. So after that, Porto actually sent him out on loan. He sent him out to a Portuguese team, and then he sent him out on a team called Apoel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that, Apoel FC. And this team was actually made it into the Champions League somehow, some way. And their main goalie for the Champions League was injured, so they actually started Raul Gudino, which made the first ever Mexican goalie to actually start a Champions League game, which is actually huge. So what team was it that they actually played against? Well, Raul Gudino actually was able to make the final score a tie going against Dortmund. And yes, he was saving goals from Kagawa, saving goals from Aubameyang. Literally in the last minute, he was able to make a last minute save. Yes, they ended up in the tie. He was still viewed on a national scale in the Champions League and was still recommended by none other than Iker Casillas. But what happened? This young goalie that had a bright future ahead of him went back to the Mexican League. And now he is only doing okay, and he is a bench player. So we will never be able to see what he was made of, but he is still young, and he is still able to shine if he can fight for that #1 spot in Chivas Guadalajara. Alright, so the next player that we actually have on the team is none other than the ex-superstar, can I say ex? Emre Mor. This guy, he was destined for greatness. Like, everybody was talking about this man's, bro. He, like, in his early career, he used to play for Denmark, even though he's half Denmark, half Turkish. So he used to play for Denmark, bouncing around Denmark youth teams. And then he started playing for the under Turkey teams, and then he started getting a bunch of attention. He started getting a bunch of attention in his hometown, and then eventually none other than Dortmund bought him. So Dortmund bought him, and he did really good in Dortmund. Like, everybody loved his skill, everybody loved the way he played. He only had a couple games, but he was very young while he played. But every time that he would get something, he would do something. And then after that, Celta Vigo bought him. They made him the #10, and they expected great things from him. In 33 appearances, he only scored 1 goal. That is not a superstar, super kid. That's not some stats that you want to see. And then he went out on loan in Galatasaray and still didn't do good. He only played 12 games, 0 goals, and then he went to Olympiacos, and he still hasn't even played a game. And yeah, this is coronavirus, and football has stopped, but still, he just never played a game. So people wonder what happened to his career, and I want to know what's going to happen to it next. Is he going to go up again? So the next player I'm going to be adding to this team is actually one of my favorite players in general, and his name goes by Stephan El Shaarawy. And this man, this guy was talk in Italy. Everybody loved him in Milan. When he was playing in Milan, he was doing amazing things. All the fans loved him. Everybody loved him. He was winning awards for Young Player of the Year in Italy, in the Serie A. Everybody loved him, and he started scoring goals, started scoring bangers, and then all of a sudden he started slowing down a little bit. Milan had to make a decision to send him out on loan. They sent him out in Monaco. He only played like 16 games and didn't score a single goal. So he went on loan to Roma. And in Roma, he was back in Italy. He was back in his home grounds, and he started doing good again. He started scoring goals. In his debut, he got a goal. Everybody started rejoicing. Everybody started remembering what he could do. And then eventually, after the loan, Roma decided to buy him. And he started to do really good again in Roma. He started to live up to his expectations again. The Italian player that he was meant to be. He started going up, and then all of a sudden, he decided to go to China. He decided to go to Shanghai. He decided to play for money and not for the beautiful game of football. He decided to take a contract, and now that he's in China, he's only played 10 games and scored 1 goal. Alright, well, the next player we're going to be adding to this team is none other than Ricardo Quaresma. This Portuguese star was supposed to be one of the big names for Portugal. He was supposed to come up along with Cristiano Ronaldo, and they were supposed to be the Portuguese stars, the kings. Everybody loved him. When he was playing in Sporting, everybody loved this guy. He went to Barcelona. He only did okay. He went back to Portugal, but he went to Porto this time. And people still liked him. People still liked his skill. He would show off his skill with the Rabonas and the Travellas and just the showboating of skill. Who isn't going to like that? Everybody loved Ricardo Quaresma. And he was going to stay in Portugal, or it looked like it. So then he went to Inter. He tried to be one of the main guys in Inter, but Jose Mourinho, the boss of Inter Milan, did not like him. And he was in Inter Milan when they ended up winning the treble, but Ricardo Quaresma only played so many games and was not even a big contributor to the actual treble. So are we really going to account that to his accomplishments? And after that, he just spent his time bouncing around teams. He went to Besiktas, and then he went back to Porto, then he went back to Besiktas, and then he's in another Turkish team. And this is just another player that, because teams not liking him and him not being appreciated, we will never be able to see what he would have been. And now he just doesn't even get called up to the squad anymore, and he's about to retire, and he's just in another Turkish team. The next member of the squad that we have is actually a player that I completely forgot about, to be honest with you. His name is Christian Benteke. And this guy, he was a Belgian superstar. Well, I think superstar is a stretch. He started off his career in Belgium, hopping around from team to team, and one of the teams that he actually hopped on was Superliga, which he actually ended up winning the Belgian championship with. And then he went to the Prem. He started off in the Prem, and Aston Villa made a big name for himself. He did really good in the first season. Even though Aston Villa is not that good of a team, he kind of made a name for himself among the actual Aston Villa people. The fans loved this guy. And then he went up, and his market value went up, and as soon as the market value went up, Liverpool bought him. And everybody thought that he was going to be the main striker for Liverpool, and that was obviously not the case, as he was only just able to score 9 goals in the 29 games that he did play. And then Crystal Palace bought him, and to this day he is a member on that team. After 103 games, he's only been able to score 20 goals, and that is just something not expected from him, well, at least from back then. And honestly, when I heard that guy's name again, I was like, what happened to this guy? The next person we have on our list is one of the saddest stories in football, I'm not gonna lie. This player goes by the name of Giovani Dos Santos. This man's went from literally winning the Under-17 World Cup and getting the award for the best player in that tournament to getting dropped by an MLS club. Let me just tell you, this man's won the Under-17 World Cup, astonished the entire world. Right after, Barcelona bought him, and then he finally fought his way up to the A team. People were literally comparing him to Ronaldinho because of his play style. People wanted Ronaldinho to be mentoring Giovani. This guy was going to be the next big thing. But then he decided to leave Barcelona because he wasn't getting any minutes. He went to Spurs. Spurs didn't like him. They sent him out on loan to Ipswich. And then when he got back from loan, Spurs didn't like him again. They sent him out on loan to Galatasaray. When he got back from loan there, they sent him out on loan again. Soon after he got back from loan, Spurs just decided to sell him. They had no use for him anymore. They liked him in Spain a lot, so he decided to just go to Spain, and he went to a couple Spanish clubs, but the one Spanish club that stands out is Villarreal. When he got to Villarreal, the fans loved him. He started doing really good. They started taking him into account, and then soon after, his brother Giovani Dos Santos actually joined that team to make him stay in Villarreal because fans loved him so much and he was doing so good. And then he got injured. He was out for a couple months, and as soon as he got back from injury, he decided to leave to the MLS and join LA Galaxy. He said that he wanted to go to the MLS because he wanted to win trophies. When he got there, the first year that he played, he did okay. He got called up for the MLS All-Stars, but like after that, his career just went downhill. He got benched. He became a bench player in the MLS, and then soon after, LA Galaxy said, I have no use for you, and released him from his contract, and he did not have a club. And then eventually Club America did buy him and made him their number 10, try to make him their main guy, try to make him a big come up again, you know, a Mexican come up. He got to the final that year with Club America and lost. So yeah. Alright, so in the middle of this recording, I realized that I think this video, if I finish it in one video, it's going to be too long. So I'm actually going to be splitting this into 2 parts. So make sure to leave a like if you want to see part 2. Make sure to subscribe. I'm going to be trying to be posting on this channel a lot more. And well, yeah, that's been it. Peace.